We're back. What's up, guys?
Football!
Football is back. The Saturday College Pick'em Show is live.
Yes, sir.
You know you guys missed us. Hope you guys are ready for an awesome year. Try to keep things nice and neat tonight, nice and short.
Oof.
You know, we're gonna work on all the kinks tonight. We're gonna get better each and every week. We're gonna do better and be better.
We're trying out some new equipment. So.
Well, let's go ahead and introduce the cast here. My name is Dustin.
I'm Logan.
Will.
Preston.
And we are excited for you to be here. Go ahead and throw your name in the comments. Let us know who you are. Anywho, this show, if you've never tuned in before, is all about picking the biggest games in college football. This week, we got some quick fires. We got a segment by Will Bryant that'll be coming up in a second. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And then we're also going to pick some big games of the week. And our game of the week tonight is number 14, Clemson, taking on number 1, Georgia. So y'all buckle up, get ready for an amazing show. Let us know you're here in the comments. If you have a pick you'd like us to just throw out there, we're down for it. And then we have a special guest picker later on in the show. So hopefully you guys are excited for that. Let's get started. We're going to start with some quick fires tonight. Our first quick fire game of the night is going to be North Carolina taking on Minnesota. Okay, one of my favorite mascots in college football, without a doubt. The Tar Heels. I thought I was going a different direction.
All right.
You did.
Ooh, that's fair.
The old Golden Gophers, man. I'll let Logan start us off, and then we'll work our way down the line on this pick. This is a quick pick. No details. Just give us your pick.
Pretty quick. North Carolina.
Oh, okay. All right. Preston. This is a coin flip. I'm going to be honest.
I mean, yeah. I'm going to go North Carolina. Quick pick.
All right.
It's easy for me, North Carolina. Go Heels.
All right. Golden Gophers. Why not? Give them to me.
Oh,
Listen,
all right.
Let's
There it
go.
is.
I do like PJ Fleck.
Yep.
And Minnesota's head coach.
Quick.
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 Run the boat. Run the
Hold
boat.
on. All right.
Run the boat.
Penn State, Virginia, West Virginia. Not Virginia. West Virginia. It's got a big W at the beginning. So are they going to get a big W tonight or this weekend? Or is it going to be Penn State?
Penn State all the way.
Good. Will.
Shout out my boy Trayvon Dunbar at West Virginia, but he's not going to be playing yet, so I'm going to go with Penn State.
Enjoy your red shirt. Penn State for the win.
Penn State.
Yeah, Nittany Lions. Give me to them. All right. And our last pick for quick picks is going to be Boston College taking on number 10, Florida State. Now, last year we were riding the Florida State train, but Logan.
All right, I got a quick stat real quick. Teams that are their season opener is against a team who already played their first game, or 67% against the team who played the first game before that. So I'm taking Boston College.
Whoa.
Florida State 0-2.
Whoa. Bold. Wow. We just went from quick picks to bold picks. I'm going Florida State. I think they'll bounce back and be fine.
I really want to go Boston College, but it's in Florida State. I think that is going to give them an edge. Florida State, maybe by a field goal.
Okay.
You know, they're not very good.
All right. Preston?
Yeah, I think Florida State has to have a big comeback game. I mean, let Georgia Tech come in there and just handle them offensively, defensively. Haynes King had a great game. Anyways, past that, I think Florida State bounces back and wins big. They have to really make a statement here to really be considered for the playoffs. So, Florida State, I think Mike Norvell's a great coach. So, I mean, I think he bounces back, gets his team back in order.
I love it. All right. We are going to do a brand new segment that we did last year, so it's not brand new at all. But it's
Tune in
called,
next week.
Tune in next week for a brand new possible segment that might get a little spicy, if you know what I mean.
Oh,
It is time for the dumpster fire of the week, brought to you by Wilbur Bryant. Last year, this definitely sparked some controversy. We started our rapid fire picks. Nice graphic there, man.
sheesh.
Wow.
Hey, that looks fire.
That was a dumpster fire move of the week.
Hey.
Back
I
on.
did a pick earlier today.
Uh-huh.
We need to show it at the end. It's a legendary pick. No, I didn't
All right.
pick.
Oh.
I uploaded it.
Okay.
All
I
right.
cropped it. I mean, it's
Preston put in some graphic works today.
Oh,
that's all I had. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Remote work.
I love it. All right. So back on dumpster fire of the week.
Oh,
Yeah, with Will Bryant. Here we go. Will, this is your segment. Go for it, man. You got it.
Well, I think it's only fitting.
Okay.
You know, last year we started strong with a dumpster fire starting in the state of Florida. And usually that is where the dumpster fire is going to reside most of the time because Florida itself as a state is kind of a dumpster fire. Hate to say it, love them, but also the facts are facts. So with last week being the only game with Florida State, and as a top 10 team, they looked terrible. I don't even know if Georgia Tech is good or if Florida State's just that bad.
Georgia Tech's good.
Maybe it's the state of Florida.
I mean, let's put it like this. Georgia State might have been good, but they were not that good. Florida State was pretty bad. And
Bro, that run back was another level.
Especially with
So good.
how Florida State is expected to play,
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty easy and obvious dumpster fire with Florida State. They need to get it together because, I mean, I don't have them in my college football playoff. I have my 12 already lined up, and they are not
Maybe
it.
it's in the comments, too.
I think I have 2 ACC teams in the playoff, and they're not one of them. So
Wow.
they better pick it up.
Bold.
Yeah.
That was a big dumpster fire. All right. Well, that was Dumpster Fire of the Week brought to you by Will Bryant. Let us know what your dumpster fire of the week is next week, and it might make our top 3, and we'll make a decision. Go from there.
Potentially.
All right. Moving right along, we are getting into the meat and potatoes of our show. That's
Let's
the picks
go.
of the week. Now you get to have some more insightful
go.
And
information.
that's what we like to eat.
Yeah.
Meat and potatoes.
I'm about to go to Waffle House and get some meat and potatoes.
All right.
Looking for sponsors.
Cool.
Waffle House, let us know. We'll get all sponsored by the Awful Waffle.
I ordered a
Coke
Waffle
Zero,
House.
big fan. You know, anybody else, literally anybody.
anybody.
I will rep anything. All right, moving on. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna get our meat and potatoes, our picks. Here's how the show works. I just talk, and these guys have all the information. That's kind of how it works. I think that was pretty clear from the grand score total last year. Not the expert picker. I'm just the expert gabber. So here we go. First game of the week, we are going to go with the hometown team. Old Dominion taking on South Kakalaki. All right. This is Williams-Brice, afternoon game. Going to be hot. Hopefully that means the Gamecocks will play hot. Get ready to go for a good season. This is breaking news. I just got tickets today.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
I will be
Big
there.
time.
I will be there.
No way.
True story.
I'm so jealous.
I'll get y'all some
4:15.
pictures. 4:15.
It's gonna be hot.
Hot. So
I hate you.
stay tuned. I'll send you guys some pictures. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Hopefully it's gonna be a good game. All right, Preston, why don't you get us started on this?
all right.
I know. Throw you
Jeez.
off. Old Dominion,
Got me there.
Gamecocks. Why not?
Listen, I think from years past, I think this is probably outside of the quarterback. I feel like this is the most well-rounded team we've had in years to come. I think our defense is solid. Hemingway. Oh my goodness, what's his name? Tonka Hemingway, Huntley.
DeAndre Jules,
Yeah.
DJ Stewart,
It's not
Guy from Georgia Tech.
It's not your
Kennard.
turn. Stay in your lane.
Kyle Kennard.
I think we're a fortune, and you got Kilgore. I mean, we're deep on defense. I mean, we have a solid defense. I think the biggest question is going to be quarterback play, which I read a post last week about how it's like a quarterback expert was talking about Lenoris, and he was just like, listen, he's like, of all the guys I've dealt with, if he performs the way he can perform, he'll be one of the best quarterbacks you've had in a long time. So
Here's hoping.
he's smart, he's big, he's strong. As long as he can make those passes on the run, I think he's going to be running a lot this year. Kind of like that triple threat option that, I think that's really what we're going to rely on because we have A. Sanders in the back, not A. Sanders.
Wow.
Rocket Sanders, my bad. I say that all the time. Rocket Sanders in the backfield. I think, and Josh Simon on tight end. I think we're pretty solid all the way around. Offensive line looks good. I think, the spread is 21 points. I'll take the spread. 52.5 for the over-under. I say over. I think we're going to score 42. They might get 14. So, that's 56. So, yeah, I'll take the over. I think we're going to come out and play. I think we're going to have a good game. I think we're going to have a lot of hype in this game. So, it's already sold out.
Yes, sir.
So, can't wait to hear that Sanders storm and listen to it. I'm not going to be there, but
Sir.
he will.
Yeah.
That's it for me. Gamecocks. 42-14.
Wow. All right. Wilbur.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like what Preston had to say. I don't think quarterback play is going to be the main factor this year, though. I think Lenoris is going to be who he is. Lenoris has the talent, but he's a young quarterback. He's going to do enough to win you a game, but he also is going to make a few mistakes, and we're going to have to learn to live. We're going to have to learn to live with that as a fan base. He's going to have moments where he looks like the best quarterback in the nation, and he's going to have moments where he probably shouldn't be starting. And as a young quarterback, that's all you can expect for him to grow. I think it's really going to lean on the offensive line and how they improve. We've heard a lot of really good reports out of camp. Josiah Thompson at the left tackle is going to be starting as a true freshman. That's big. Never really happened. Torselli Simpkins transferring in, going to play center or maybe even right guard next to center with Vershawn Lee. Torselli Simpkins, shout out my guy. Met him at a gender reveal. He's my sister's husband's cousin. So we had a good conversation, and he made me feel really good about the offensive line going into this year. So I think the defense is actually going to be one of our best defenses we've had in years.
Long time, yeah.
And they're really young. So we'll see how they develop. I'm a cautious optimistic this year. And so I think the running game is going to be much improved. We have a lot of depth. So I think it's just about, can we put together a full game of offense and defense and be consistent with how we play? And that's what it's going to be. I think the biggest question mark is kicking, honestly, because we have a kicker who's never kicked. And so I like South Carolina. Old Dominion doesn't really show me anything. They play like Tennessee, but they don't have the dudes like Tennessee does. So I don't think they have enough to compete. I take South Carolina. Give them to me 45-10.
Okay.
I think the defense has a solid game.
Fair. Logan?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to disagree with what anybody said today. Honestly, it's first game. It's against Old Dominion. It's not a game that you want to overlook because that's when you get beat and that's when you get embarrassed at home in your season opener. I think we got to take this team seriously, but really we're looking forward to Kentucky. That's going to be the true test of what we really got. This week I don't really think we're going to play our starters very long. It's going to be a blowout. It's the first game of the season. I'll get to my score in a minute. But I think we're going to see a lot of different looks from our offense. Our defense is pretty set in stone. Going to have a great year with them, hopefully. But offense, I mean, Sellers is definitely the guy. But I think in a game like this, when we can win we score 56 points, I think we can try out some other options at quarterback in case Lenoris doesn't have that great year that we're looking for. I mean, he is a stud. Like, he should be one of the best quarterbacks we've ever had in South Carolina, no doubt.
Sure.
But just give me the Carolina 56-14.
56-14. All right, good. I think I agree with everybody. I think the tail of the season for the Gamecocks will be if the offensive line can stay healthy. I think that was the beginning of the end for us last year. Last year we had an opportunity to do something special on offense. We just couldn't stay healthy on offensive line. I think we got a better shot at it this year. Seems like we're coming in a lot healthier this year. Rocket Sanders is a man. Like, that dude can run the ball. So I'm hoping that he will stay healthy as well. Shout out for Juju, though. I think Juju's going to do some stuff this year.
Okay.
I think he's got the X factor that we need. Kick returner, punt return some maybe. But I think the biggest thing with Juju is he's going to be that screen running back. He's going to be that just coming out of the backfield, catching some clutch plays on third down or in the red zone. So I think Juju's going to be clutch this year. Give me the Gamecocks by a lot. I don't see Old Dominion hanging in there. Hopefully we're out of there by the third quarter. We'll go from there, but Gamecocks by a lot.
You know what we didn't talk about?
Me.
Nick Harbor.
Nick Harbor, cheat code.
Should be the best wide receiver of all time in Carolina.
That's breaks for him.
He just got to catch the ball. If he catches the ball,
yeah,
I don't see us losing more than 3 or 4 games this year. That combo between Sellers and Nick Harbor and Sanders.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. I don't even think he's first on the depth chart.
I don't think he is either.
I think Brown.
He's first on the depth chart at catching kickoffs, but
yeah,
I mean, I think he can be a stud. He just got to catch the ball.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm really looking forward to on Saturday, is just seeing what he can do.
get off the track and start catching some balls.
That's what he did this summer, so I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, so we'll find out. Any thoughts on Nick Harbor?
I mean,
Human cheat code on NCAA.
it's time to put up or shut up for him. Is he just
for
fast
sure.
or is he talented? Let's see it.
Ooh.
It's already killed.
Bold.
It's just fast.
Bold. All right, that's the Gamecocks. Now you guys can tune back in for those that are non-Gamecock fans. We're going to get to some other sports here, that other teams that play football. Man, old school Florida rivalry here. Miami Hurricanes taking on the Florida Gators. All right. This is one of Will's favorite teams to talk about. Miami taking on Florida. Will, I'll let you go ahead and kick this one off.
I mean, I think it's only fitting that we say Florida's a dumpster fire. Not just kidding.
No.
I'm kidding, Zach. I love you.
Is Zach in the comments? Where's
I don't
Zach?
think he's here tonight. That's all right, though. We still love
You
him.
can just say whatever you want to about Florida now.
I
can't
will
hurt
say,
you.
though, looking at the stats right here, Florida is 0-5 in their last 5 games.
Oof.
So that's not very good. They got blown out a few times. I mean, to be fair, one of them was Georgia, so we'll give them a bye on that one. But I really like what Miami did in the offseason. We got Cam Ward at quarterback, got a left tackle out of the portal. Running back Martinez is a junior coming in, and he's made a lot of progress. I think he's going to open the passing game up for Cam Ward a little bit. And so we'll see how it goes. I think my real question with Miami is the defense, but I don't think that the defense is going to do bad enough to ruin what the offense is going to do, and I don't think that Florida's offense is going to do enough to win the game anyways. A lot of people are hyping Mertz up again, but I don't think he had a great season last year. I don't know what they're seeing, but we'll see how it goes. What's going on?
I was looking at his eyeballs.
I just said he didn't have a good season. I agree.
I was just wondering.
I was agreeing.
But I like Miami. They're my dynasty in our college football 25 league. And so Miami actually is my team to win the ACC this year. So
They're
bold
stacked
pick,
with talent, for sure.
bold pick out the gate. I mean, it's probably between them or Clemson. And I don't trust Cade Klubnik. That's really the reason I'm taking them over. Clemson is quarterback play. I like Clemson this year. Don't have anything against them. But give me Miami in this game. I think Miami wins by 2 touchdowns.
I like it. We got some hate in the comments here. We got Jason Brown tuning in. Back in the Buckeye State, no more SEC nonsense or Gators overhyped for me.
Yes, sir.
He's moved back to Gloryland in Ohio. So
It ain't much better there, Jason.
deal with it no more up there. So, Jason, what's the split in Cincinnati? Is it Buckeyes? Is it Cincinnati? Like, what's the split there in your neck of the woods? Let us know in the comments. All right, Preston, break down Miami and Florida for us.
Man. I do like Billy Napier as a coach. He did really good things at ULL. I think he just has to come in and change the culture, and he hadn't had time to do that. Kind of with Beamer, but Beamer's had plenty of time. But
It's not recruiting.
yeah, I think they've had some really good recruiting classes. One thing that got me last year to help me when I made the picks, and I had the best record at the end of the year, thank you very much, was I never picked against the SEC. And so it really behooves me, but whatever. It's behooved me to stick with the SEC. So I'm going to stick with Florida over Miami.
Wow.
Ooh.
Nice.
So,
They are 57.3% chance to win.
yeah, I'm going to stick with Miami. Florida over Miami, excuse me.
All right. Maybe 2024, maybe a different year,
But
but
Miami is always Miami.
you're right.
Like,
You're right.
always.
I'll give you that.
They always get so overhyped. Like Notre Dame, they're always so overhyped, and they lose 3 or 4 games.
You can lose 3 or 4 games still make the playoff now.
You could.
When I see that Florida colors, when I see that Florida logo, when I think of the swamp, like that just gives you a level of confidence. But
That
then
Jordan logo.
I just do
Fire.
not have confidence in this Florida
Michael
Gators
Jordan's
team
going to
at all.
sponsor us.
I don't see the buy-in. I don't see something's not missing. Something's not right there in Florida land. I'm going Miami. I'm going Miami with
Yes,
this.
sir.
I think the talent's there. I think the momentum's
Could you
there.
Miami.
I think Miami's going
I
to
like it.
play physical. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means because I think Florida's going to keep it close on defense for sure. But I think 7-point game, Miami. Logan.
I'm so torn. Oh my goodness.
Let's go.
I'm kind of on the same page that Preston is. Like
SEC is SEC.
Miami's going to do Miami things,
So we
and they're going
need-
to fumble the ball to lose the game. but
They lost to Georgia Tech last year.
exactly. I mean, you can fumble the ball on the last second and lose to Georgia Tech, but you can also win the ACC championship, which is crazy. But Florida, I mean, they have the potential. Graham Mertz just, I don't think he's the guy. But
He's a top 5 quarterback in the SEC.
well,
I ain't saying a lot of shit.
ain't much.
Yeah, that's true.
But,
That'll change by the end of the year.
Returning quarterback.
That's true.
I think I'm gonna stick with SEC. Give me Florida.
We got a 50-50
We
split.
needed. That's what
All right,
we needed,
all right.
Dustin.
We got ACC here.
I've already got to pick it up.
It's all right.
So I'm
Hey,
This is where the men
This
step up.
is our vow this year. We are not going to be homers. Okay, we are not going to be calling for just Carolina, calling just SEC. We're going to call it straight down the line. All right. We know where our heart is, but I don't know. I think this is going to be a close game. I think it could go either way. I think it's all about momentum. You got these guys that probably played each other in high school. You got these guys that have a lot of recruiting background together that have been checking out either school. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be physical. It's going to be hyped. So let's see what happens. Strap them up. All right. We got Jason in the comments letting us know the split here is about half and half. Half Buckeyes, half Bearcats. No winners. All right. And then who cares about college football? It's all about Who Day. Go Bengals.
Interesting.
I like it. All right.
Will
Jason.
Jamar Chase play week 1?
Ooh.
Big
Jason, there's your question of the night. Jamar
Big
Chase,
question.
is he in? What's going to happen? Marvin Harrison, is he going to play? Henry, what's his name? I forgot.
question.
Fell out of the truck. I don't remember. Anyways, moving on.
What?
Jason's favorite story. All right. Next pick.
Henry.
Oh, Henry. Fell out the truck, boy, fella. All right. Moving on. Next pick of the week, we got Notre Dame taking on Texas A&M. The 11th man, 12th man, whatever it takes to beat nobody. We got Notre Dame taking on A&M. I'm going to go ahead and take this pick. Notre Dame is always overhyped. They don't typically win these kind of games with the SEC or ACC when it actually matters. But I am not a believer in A&M. This is a new coach. Jimbo left them in kind of a mess. They had a ton of talent.
Who's the quarterback?
Who's that?
Riley Leonard.
Baller.
Notre Dame.
Straight
Yeah.
baller.
Yeah, that's
No
fine.
guy can do.
Cool.
Take my point.
That's what I'm saying.
Step right on.
I just don't believe in A&M.
No,
Yeah.
that's Notre Dame's quarterback.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think A&M's going to step up unless they just happen to have a Johnny Manziel in the back pocket that nobody's talking about. Give me Notre Dame by 14.
Yeah.
So, Logan, why not?
Yeah, I'm thinking the same way. Texas A&M, I can't quite buy into them yet. They haven't really proven that they should be one of the top teams in the SEC. Notre Dame, like you said, I mean, they are always overhyped, but sometimes they come out and they win these big games. And then Sam Hartman leaves. Everybody thinks they're going to have a terrible year, and then Riley Leonard shows up, and I think he's going to dominate this game. He's going to look good. He's going to have a decent offense this year instead of having a Duke offense. So give me Notre Dame.
Love it.
Let me see what the spread is.
Speaking of the
They're going to cover.
Johnny Manziel. Wilbur, what you got?
I think you boys
Oh,
are
boy.
slipping a little bit right here.
Oh, boy. There
Uh,
we go.
I don't know what you were talking about he left them. They still have a ton of 5 stars. They have tons of talent on the roster. And Mike Elko's coming in, who was at Duke, was the coach, and turned that program around in a year. The first year he took over, they had 9 wins, and they have way less talent than Texas A&M does. Notre Dame always chokes. They always think, I don't believe in Marcus Freeman. They're at home, the 12th man in Texas A&M, and you're going to take that against Notre Dame, who has not proven themselves in 2 years?
Love it.
Yep.
Come on.
Love it.
I mean, Mike Elko's turning this program around right now. No quarterback. They have Connor Wegman, proven SEC quarterback. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but let's take a deeper look at the stats. I mean, it's pretty clear Texas A&M. But I think it'll be close, so maybe 7 or 10 points.
You want to know why he turned that program around so quick?
One,
Riley Leonard.
he turned that thing around before Riley Leonard got there.
Guess why though? Guess why it's. Guess who's gonna win this game?
Me.
Because of who?
Week 1. Oh, man.
Leonard.
We are going to learn some things this week.
Give me Texas
For
A&M.
sure. For sure.
Give
All
me
right.
Top Man.
This
Aggies.
week's always the hard. This week is always the hardest week because you don't really
You don't know.
I mean,
You don't know
Give
nothing.
me the Colts.
look at the Florida State Georgia Tech game. I mean, everybody was for sure Florida State was going to make the college football playoff. Probably not.
They went undefeated.
Probably not. Yeah, they had better quarterback. DJ Ugalele. I'm sorry.
They lost to Georgia.
That
Why
guy,
not?
he's been a journeyman to every college football team in America. So
He's-
I'm gonna go with Notre Dame because one, I love Riley Leonard. He's a great quarterback.
Keep that same energy,
He
baby.
was extremely effective at Duke. He played great until he got hurt. I think he's going to come into a way better situation with a way better team. I think Notre Dame has always been lacking a really good quarterback. Sam Hartman was pretty good, but not Riley Leonard good. So I think Notre Dame's going to be probably a playoff contender.
That's a bold statement right there.
Yeah, I see them making the playoff. I see them being
They're not the same person.
a big contender this year. So I'm going to go Notre Dame. Spread is 1 point? 3 points, excuse me. I think it's going to be more than that. I'll take 28-14. I'll take Notre Dame.
All right. I like it. I like it even more. All right. Jason's killing it in the chat, giving us all the info we need. They'll get it done. He'll play. Rest in peace, Chris Henry. Man,
I don't know who that is.
if you want a really sad story, just look that one up. Poor fella. Poor fella.
Not the college football.
I know. Back to the main
Stuff
show.
that matters.
Forget the Jason and Norm football show. We're moving on. Here we go.
Who's that?
Another big game here. USC versus another three-letter team. LS who? LS who?
Who that?
Who that? LSU, USC. Where's this game at, Will?
It is in Baton Rouge.
The
Death Valley. The Death Valley.
The
The Death Valley.
Wow, we're gonna really trigger some people on here.
I love it.
We're gonna have to get the whole history lesson from Mr. Billy Holly. I'm telling you, he'll tell us the real
It's
story.
not Death Valley.
He's talking about my father-in-law.
It's in Allegiance
Las
Stadium.
Vegas.
All right,
It's
scratch
Las
that
Vegas.
whole conversation. We're I gotta get my sources right here. Where are we at, Logan?
We're in Las Vegas.
We're gonna clip this. We're gonna
Oh,
cut
shoot,
it and
my
bring
bad.
it right back in.
I saw LSU on the side over here and just ran with it.
It's
That's my
okay,
bad.
brother. It's
Wow,
okay.
I'm prepared.
All right, so give us a scouting report on the home field advantage.
There is none.
Okay, I like it.
There is none, brother.
I mean, USC is a little bit closer, but
Something other-
that's about it.
So it's where who plays?
The Raiders.
The Raiders. All right.
Allegiant Stadium.
There's zero home field.
Fancy. All right. Pause the picks. I have to say something. I'm all about these cool games, like playing in different stadiums in the U.S. Playing in Ireland. What are we doing in college
Get
football?
3 trophies.
What are
for
we doing?
One game.
Listen, the kicker was from Ireland that won the game for Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
How much of a
It's scripted.
maybe it was a little too perfect.
Why?
But the kicker was from Ireland and kicked the game-winning field goal.
I get it. If it was Notre Dame, I'd be like, sold.
Yeah.
Makes sense. A little bit of sense. Fighting Irish, whatever.
Sure.
Why are we in Ireland? Nobody is going to come over and be like, man, I'm going to start cheering for Georgia Tech. No.
After
That's
they saw
so
them beat
silly.
Florida State, they will.
It's so silly.
Is that an Irish accent?
No, it was
That's
my.
terrible.
I'm not trying to do an Irish accent. It'll get the show.
Mandy's
canceled.
lockdown.
Cancel.
Mandy's like back to LSU. Let's talk
If
about.
you know what's best for you.
Oh, here we go.
Justin
Doan. All right.
Doan.
Justin Doan got a pick of the week for here. You LSU by 21.
That's a little.
Mandy
much.
locked in on Vegas.
A little rich for my blood.
All right, and go Tiger.
Geox.
Geox. Tiger. All right, let's get back to this game. LSU, USC. I'm going SEC on this. LSU all day long.
All right.
Done.
Short and sweet.
Short, sweet.
I like
Done.
it.
All right, Wilbur.
I think this is probably going to be the closest game out of all the games. If I'm being honest, I mean,
All right.
I don't trust USC, but I really like their quarterback this year. He showed me a lot in the bowl game last year when he got the start. I think he has what it is, and I never count out Lincoln Riley.
Okay.
It is in Vegas, closer to USC, but I have questions with LSU. Honestly, is Nessemeyer the guy? Their defense is always very shaky. I don't trust LSU, but I also don't trust USC. That's why I think it's going to be a very close game.
Newsman's a baller. He's good. He's been waiting for a long time.
I just don't fully trust them. I have to see it. But I'll stick SEC. Give me LSU by a field goal or a touchdown.
Okay, good. Hey, LSU's defense gives me a little bit of confidence, but it seems like week one LSU's like so 50-50. You never know what they're going to do.
We need them big for when they come in and we can upset them.
Hey, Billy Holly, I need to know, man. What's Clemson going to do against Georgia? Let us know. Not the real Death Valley. You have a great backup point. You definitely provide the evidence for your answers. I'm down with that fact. But moving right along, Logan. What you got? USC, LSU. Let's roll it.
So this is a really interesting situation with the quarterbacks. Both of their quarterbacks were Heisman contender. Jaden Daniels was a Heisman contender. Caleb Williams, obviously, Heisman winner. But Newsmeyer ain't no scrub. He ain't no scrub. Let me just go ahead and tell you. He's a pro-style quarterback. Their offense is really good. They got a good true freshman running back coming in. The only thing is when y'all mentioned defense, their defense ranked 108th last year, and total yards given up. So they completely overhauled their defense, hired a new defense coordinator. Hopefully they're going to turn that around, but hopefully they're going to have terrible defense next week. But go Tigers. Go Tigers. Go Tigers. Coach O still needs a job out there.
Yes, you mean a terrible defense?
Well, he don't need a job. He got paid.
He did.
He got paid to go home.
It's about like Will Muschamp. He's fine.
I wish I would get paid to go home.
He is just fine. All right.
By the way, Jaden Daniels won it last year, not Caleb Williams.
Sorry.
You're interrupted, Preston.
Sorry.
All right, Preston. What you got, good boy?
Oh, wow.
This is about the only appropriate LSU song we can play.
Right.
We're about to get so shut down.
We're definitely getting copyrighted.
We are triggering some Bama fans.
There goes our video.
They're taking the video down.
Catch us out on a different streaming channel because Facebook and YouTube are about to shut us down.
All right. Listen, that was for my wife, Mandy. Call Baton Rouge. They play that song every time. The game before the game starts, they play that song. The whole stadium's going crazy. It's pretty cool, actually. Been doing a couple games.
What else do they sing in LSU?
I'm from Louisiana. Yeah. So I like LSU. Obviously, I like Garrett Nussmeier. I think they got some good additions in the offseason, some transfer portal players. I think they're going to come out ready to play. I think I go by what Nick Saban says. Nick Saban has them making the playoffs, so I'm going to stick with Nick Saban because obviously he knows what he's doing.
Got a point there.
Yeah. So he has them making the playoffs.
LSU's like, thank you.
Yeah. Well, we play them week 3, so I hope they win against USC.
Who is we, Preston?
Carolina.
Oh,
we played them week 3.
Okay.
You know, there's a thing that says
boy.
when college football starts,
Okay.
you don't have anything on Saturdays.
Mm.
But there's one Saturday, the one Saturday that LSU comes into Columbia, which is 45 minutes from here.
Mm.
This guy has to get married.
Mm.
So, and we're all going to be there. So,
Yeah.
we won't be attending that game. We'll be at the wedding, but we'll be faithfully watching and rooting on Will at the same time.
Yep.
So if you have any loud outbursts during the wedding, I apologize.
The game is at 12, and the wedding's not till 5.
Oh, we're good.
So we're good. We're golden.
We should be good.
The boys will be watching in the groomsmen room. We're
We'll
chilling.
all either be
We're
really
going to Canes in Athens. We're
Could've
watching a
been there,
football game. Yes, sir.
You're coming too?
I'm going with my wife.
Oh,
so.
okay. We're going to Canes and watching the game.
Okay. We'll be there.
Hey.
We'll either be really hyped or really depressed.
Facts.
Because that'll be our first loss.
Dude.
We'll be good.
What if they beat LSU on your wedding day? Like, how perfect would that be?
That'd be dope.
That'd be the best wedding
I'd be
present
fine.
ever.
I'd definitely
Best
cry
day
at the
ever.
altar then.
Best
I
day
know,
ever.
for sure.
Anyways, LSU, I'm taking them. You know, I think they're going to win. So,
We all went LSU.
Yeah.
Hey, clean sweep
Look
on
at
the
us.
pitch.
Hey,
I like it.
Sweep
happy wife, happy life.
them
So,
up.
The week 3 pick though, Sophia.
That's why I'm getting
Oh my
married
stars! Here
on
we go.
college football.
I'm sorry, but y'all are real ones for being there.
we are.
Old Wilbur's rubbing off on you. Look at that. All right, moving on. We are getting really close to our pick of the week. Okay, we got number 14, Clemson, and we got somehow still the number 1 team in the nation,
Nope.
As it should.
the Georgia Bulldogs. I found the most appropriate Clemson mascot I could find. I mean, this is retro as it gets. So shout out to the 1970s that were good to the Clemson Tigers. We have a guest picker this week. Each week we're going to have a guest picker. And it sometimes might be Will because he's remote. So we'll see how that goes.
Yep.
Hopefully he keeps his shirt on this year. That's the goal.
No promises.
Good.
Just along with that marriage thing.
Yeah, for real. But a guy that definitely will keep his shirt on tonight, his name is Mr. Luke Henderson. We're going to bring him on here. Luke, not a stranger to the show.
Good to be here.
Luke, how's it going, buddy?
It's going great. Good to be here.
All right. Well, it's good to have you on. We are going to do our very best to hear you without interrupting the feed here. So, Luke, how you feeling? How's Georgia looking on your end?
Looking good. Everything we hear is good, other than a couple of rest. Not too terrible. But outside of that, we're feeling confident, feeling good. Dogs by 90, kind of stealing.
Dogs by 90.
Yes, sir.
Write it down.
Love it. We
I
love
love it.
it. We're having a good time.
Yeah, for sure. Now, Clemson's coming in. Dabo, I think my favorite Dabo quote in the off season was, "We don't need the transfer portal. We already got the best players in the nation." So, while I do appreciate Dabo's stance on the transfer portal, Georgia surely doesn't need the transfer portal. They have proven they have the best players in the nation over and over again. So this is Clemson's opportunity to say, hey, like, we are back. We are legit. This is our year. Georgia needs to take a step back. Okay. So we'll see. This is a kind of show up or shut up kind of deal. I'm excited. I'm kind of glad they brought this game back. Georgia and Clemson's a classic college football game, and I'm glad it's back. This game has some deep roots of some tradition. So we're going to pick the game, and then we're going to let Luke kind of conclude, give his final thoughts, and to give his pick. But man, without a doubt, Georgia has just been dominant. They have taken the crown from Nick Saban from Alabama. They truly are building a dynasty. Quarterback, Heisman hopeful. I think he's set up for a perfect season. The offensive line is just another level of size.
6'10".
It's just insane. Like bigger than most NFL
Basketball players,
guys.
Yeah.
But what I will say is they're going to face one of the greatest front sevens that's usually every weekend or year in, year out, Clemson. Front seven is always solid. Clemson's always got a stellar defense, big guys, big recruits. They're no scrubs. Okay.
They ain't no
They ain't no
scrubs.
scrubs. They recruit well on the defensive side of the ball.
I don't want no scrub.
So I'm going to let Logan pick first, and we'll work our way down. What you got?
All right. This is going to be a really good game. Really excited. Can't wait. This is at Mercedes-Benz, but that's a home game for
That's a
Georgia.
home game.
For sure. Honestly, there's no way in the world I could pick Clemson here. It's not a bad reflection on Clemson. Georgia's just that good. I think Clemson's still going to have a pretty good year with Cade Klubnik. And like Dustin said, their front seven. I don't know if it's going to be a 13.5-point game like they're predicting. It's really tough. I mean, I don't know if they're going to cover that, if it's going to be a 7-point game. You honestly never know with what Clemson team you're going to get. But I can't tell you that Georgia's going to win this football game no matter what.
Yeah, big Georgia. Big G.
Big G.
With a big win.
Big G.
I love it. Are we going to hear the SEC ABC theme song on this game?
Not on this one. It's
Okay.
Florida Miami that they get it on. Yeah.
Okay.
That's dumb.
Sorry.
That's silly.
Hang on, can we talk about one more thing?
Yeah, Bo.
Why is this a 12 o'clock game?
Why is Georgia always at 12 o'clock?
It's usually at 3 o'clock on CBS.
Every game Georgia plays in is primetime. Like, they don't run away from
This should
difficulty.
not be a 12 o'clock game. I have to get up
Well,
early to
Dynamo
watch
boys.
this great football game.
We
Facts.
play at 4:15. That's phenomenal.
That's great.
I know. I don't get it. I don't
Georgia
understand.
should be playing
Our
at
players
7.
have to get back to their fast cars before 7
All right.
p.m.
Anyways.
Sorry. Say, what you got, Luke?
Our players have to get back to their fast cars by 7 p.m.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
You know why it's at 12 o'clock? Because they all have curfews. They can't drive past 8.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to get their Ubers.
They have
For sure.
drivers up at 7.
Yeah, I don't get the 12 o'clocks, and that's the other thing that really drove me nuts with CBS, SEC, 3:30. Like, really, Like, can we not get a primetime game at 8 o'clock? Wilbur.
Yeah. Clemson's one of my ACC teams that are going to squeak in the playoffs this year, just because I think they play a really easy schedule.
Yeah.
Georgia's their toughest game. Other than that, they play not a really good Florida State team, and they play North Carolina State, who I'm up in the air on, and then at Virginia Tech, but Clemson should be able to handle that. They're Clemson. So I really think Clemson's got an easy path to the playoff, even though I don't think they're great, but I think they're pretty good. They're always going to be good defensively. The offensive line's always going to do what they need to.
Yeah.
I just don't think Cade Klubnik's that guy. I don't think he's good. I watched him in person. He was pretty bad. I don't think he's a guy that's going to lead you to big wins, especially against a team like Georgia. I think he makes too many mistakes in this game. I think he throws 2 interceptions, which leads to Georgia winning by 14 in this game. And I think, as much as I hate it, I wish both teams could lose. Honestly, if there was a way, I would be all for it because I don't like any of the teams. But Georgia's really good, and you got to respect the man. And they put in the work, and they've gotten the results, and we haven't. So I respect their game, and I have them by 14 against Clemson this week.
There you go. All right, good pick. Hey, go Dogs. Oh, yeah, that's an easy pick. Go Dogs. I think Georgia's going to win this game big time. That's not a homer pick. That's just facts. I think Georgia's the real deal. I think they're physical. I think they're big. I think they're fast.
The best team in the nation.
It's just hard to beat them. So Clemson's got to play the best game of their life. That's the truth. South Carolina's got to play out of their mind to even stay in the game versus either one of these teams, truthfully.
Right, yeah.
But these two teams are juggernauts. They're big teams. This will really see where Clemson's at. Like, what's the trajectory?
Maybe still in the playoff.
Is Dabo? But here's the thing: if Clemson keep this game even tight, there's hope for Clemson this year. Right. But if they lose this game big, like there's going to be like that seat's going to start getting hot for Dabo.
Yeah.
I know Dabo, man. He could like live there for 300 years, and Clemson won't keep paying him. But at the end of the day, Clemson football has established that they are a winning culture, and as much as you love the guy, wins matter. And so I like I said, I like Dabo's stance. I like what how he hosts his program. But at the end of the day, wins and losses matter. So you can have all the pep rallies and culture you want, but at the end of the day, wins matter. So, but I got Dogs. Give me the Dogs. Preston, what you got, bub?
Yeah, I like Carson Beck. I mean, that's a Jacksonville, Florida boy. Waited his time, Probably was able to step up last year. Had a slow start, but they really picked it up. And really, he's a good quarterback. So I don't think he's Matt Stafford level, but he's a good quarterback. He's probably one of the best ones they've had in a while. So
yeah,
I think as long as he's hitting on all cylinders like they have been. They lost who was it, Michigan last year that knocked them out. No, Alabama knocked them out. In order for them not to make the playoff, and then beat Florida State by like 80 points in the playoff game or the bowl game.
Yeah.
But I think Georgia handles business. I mean, like I said, I stick with SEC. Not that ACC is any worse. I mean, Clemson's a good team. I think Clemson will probably win out. Besides this game, if I want to make a prediction, I think Clemson wins out. Maybe it depends on how Carolina plays. I mean, obviously Clemson's a better stat team right now, so they should beat us. But you never know. But definitely Georgia. Georgia by. I won't give it a blowout. I'll say 10. I'll say like a 31-21. Style game. So
I will say Clemson's probably the best shot at Georgia because just the way they line up, the way they
big defense,
strap up,
really good defense.
Like I think they're going to give Georgia everything they got, and it's probably going to be one of the greatest tests Georgia will see.
Georgia's got a tough schedule this year. I don't think that's true. They play number 5 Alabama at Bama. They play number 4 Texas at Texas. They play number 15 Tennessee at home. At number 6 Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is the SEC sleeper. That's all I'm going to say.
I think Ole Miss is not going to make the playoff. That's my prediction.
We'll get there.
Alabama's got a lot of it's a new coach. You don't know.
He's a winning coach.
He's not
and he got a lot of guys.
He's not Saban.
You might. I don't know.
He coached in the Pac-12.
Here's the thing. Coach O can win at LSU. I don't know where else he's going to win. I know that it just sounds weird, but
Coach O.
sometimes, yeah, man, Coach O.
He's not the coach of Bama.
I know that's what I'm saying, but I'm saying like not everybody can just move into a program and just take off. Like I
He's
think
wanted every program he's been at.
this is Alabama, man. Like
Just tell
You got
him.
big shoes to
sometimes,
fill.
like you get that big job, it's like either you like soar or you crash.
It's like me trying to step into Preston's shoes. Like sometimes those shoes are just too big. Like you can't do it.
You
But
wanna
look,
know-
sometimes they're size 13, so you wear a size 11. It just doesn't work out.
You want to know what sold me on Bama?
I'm ready.
Chip is bought in.
Chip is
Chip
in.
does not buy
Chip
in
is in.
off of just nothing.
Chip is in.
He's a long time diehard Bama fan. He knows his stuff.
Chip
Who?
Who?
He Chip.
He likes Alabama?
Has for a long time. hasn't he?
Anyways,
All right,
Killing me.
Luke, what you got, bub?
I will agree with Will. Chip is the GOAT. Not really sure about Alabama, but Chip is the GOAT.
That
Chip is a go.
Kind of just combining what Dustin and Will said. I mean, big game, two big teams, but big games require big players to win. Klubnik, I mean, average quarterback. I mean, I think when his time's done, he'll just be a guy you remember 10 years later just as being he was there on like decent teams. He never did anything too crazy. But now I'm going with the Dogs, obviously. I think it's just going to be stout defense on both sides, but I just think Georgia's offense is just a tier above. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I mean, without doubt, Georgia is lacking a big tight end presence with the guy moving out, but behind him, I mean, I don't think they're going to miss his beat at all.
I mean, his three backups are probably like the best tight ends in the SEC.
Yeah,
Still.
so I think it'll be all right.
Look, I do have a question for you. Who is going to be the number one target for Carson Beck this year with Brock Bowers being on?
I think it's a toss-up every game between Lovett and Delp. I mean, Oscar Delp to be a backup tight end is an absolute monster.
Yeah.
Lost a couple receivers from Prime / the NFL draft, so I think Lovett becomes that guy. He needs some hype to his draft status. So I think it's a toss-up every game, but I think it'll be pretty close between the two of them.
Gotcha.
Nice. Well, hey, Luke, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Great pick. I think we all agree Georgia should win this game. But man, it's college football week 1. You know, we just never know. But
I think we can all agree that we're glad that we don't have to play Georgia this year.
yeah,
Yes.
I'm a little sad that
Yeah.
we're missing out on the rivalry there. And
We'll be waiting on you.
for some reason, like we hang with Georgia sometimes. Like for some reason, we play them.
Yeah.
And, like we one of the worst Carolina teams we've ever had. We beat them when they were number 3, and I'm like, well, that doesn't happen. Like, so you just never know. It's college football, man.
The App
So,
State of the SEC.
yeah, it's SEC. That's the thing. Like you're in it. You're in
Absolutely.
it. You're close. So, all right, Luke. Thanks for signing in with us. Appreciate you. We'll have
Yeah,
Luke
man.
on the rest of the season. Have him sub in a couple times maybe, but appreciate you being on
Love
with
you,
us.
Luke.
See you,
It's my
man.
best man
Love you,
right
Luke.
there.
Peace out, Luke.
Peace.
All right. That's our first game. Game of the week. Done. We are out. That is our first week. Hope you guys like the stream. Man, share with us. Whatever's going on over there. Oh, you're still at Clemson. My bad. I'll get that off the screen for you. That way you can see Preston's beautiful face. All right. And we're back. Now you can see Preston. Everybody's happy.
Hey,
We're good. We're good.
I was just trying to fit the head on the body, but
Yeah,
it wasn't perfect.
It's perfect. So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Week 1. We are going to get better technically. We're going to have a better view next week. But appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Go check us out on YouTube. We're going to try to do some clips on Instagram as well. So make sure you're following us at Saturday College Pick'em Show. We are out. Have a great week. Go college sports.
Go college football.